Easy Sleep English. Relax and learn. Hey friends, let me ask you something. What if a young man killed his own brothers right in front of his father's palace, and then he became the greatest emperor in Chinese history? Sounds crazy, right? But this is a true story. A story about war, about power, about family, and about a man named Li Shimin. Get comfortable. Take a deep breath. Let's travel back 400 years to ancient China. Our story begins in the year 598. A baby boy was born. His name was Li Shimin. His family was very, very powerful. Think about it. His grandfather was a great general. His father was a duke, a high noble. They were relatives of the emperor. Yes, the royal family. So little Shimin grew up in a world of power and politics. He was not like other children. He learned to read. He learned history. He learned to ride horses. He learned to fight. He was smart. He was brave. He was strong. People noticed something special about him. One day, an old wise man saw young Shimin. The old man said, "This boy has the face of a dragon. He will save the people." In Chinese, save the people is Jie Shi and Min. That is where his name, Shimin, comes from. Remember this name, Li Shimin. It means, save the world, bring peace to the people. Now, let's talk about the country. At that time, China was ruled by the Sui Dynasty. The emperor was Yang Guang. History calls him Emperor Yang of Sui. He was not a good emperor. He wanted too much. He built too much. He fought too many wars. He made people build a huge canal, the Grand Canal. Millions of workers died. He attacked Korea 3 times. He lost every time. So many soldiers died. The people were tired. The people were hungry. The people were angry. So what happened? People started to fight back. Everywhere. Farmers became soldiers. They wanted to destroy the emperor. It was chaos. Total chaos. And in this chaos, the Li family saw their chance. Li Shimin's father was Li Yuan. He was the governor of Taiyuan, a big city in the north. He had soldiers. He had power. But he was careful. The emperor did not trust him. If Li Yuan made one mistake, he would die. But young Li Shimin was watching everything. He was only 18 years old, but he understood. He told his father, "Father, the Sui Dynasty is dying. If we do nothing, we will die too. We must act now." Li Yuan was scared. It was dangerous. But Li Shimin did not give up. He made a clever plan. Finally, his father agreed. In the year 6017, they raised their army. Li Shimin led the soldiers. He was young, but he was already a great leader. They marched toward the capital city, Chang'an. On the way, they met a strong enemy general. His name was Song Laoxing. The weather was bad. Rain fell for days. The soldiers were hungry. Li Yuan wanted to go back home. But Li Shimin cried and said, "Father, if we go back now, we will fail. We must go forward." His words gave everyone courage. Li Shimin led his best horsemen. He attacked the enemy. He was at the front. He was not afraid. They won. Song Laoxing died in the battle. The road to Chang'an was open. In November of 617, the Li family took Chang'an. 1 year later, Li Yuan became emperor. He started a new dynasty, the Tang Dynasty. Li Shimin became the Prince of Qin. But the war was not over. Not even close. China was still broken into pieces. Many warlords controlled different areas. They all wanted to be emperor. Li Shimin had a job: destroy them all. And he did. For 5 years, he fought battle after battle. Let me tell you about his most famous victory. In the year 621, He attacked a warlord named Wang Shichong. Wang Shichong controlled the old city of Luoyang. Li Shimin surrounded the city, but the walls were strong. Months passed. Then bad news came. Another warlord, Du Jian, brought 100,000 soldiers to help Wang Shichong. Now Li Shimin was in the middle. Enemies in front, enemies behind. His generals said, "We should run away." But Li Shimin said, "No, I have a better idea." He took only 500 of his best horsemen. He rode east to a narrow mountain pass, Hulo Pass. If Du Jian wanted to reach Luoyang, he had to go through this pass. Li Shimin blocked it, with only 500 men against 100,000. For 1 month, he waited. He sent small groups to attack the enemy. He made them tired. He made them angry. Then, one morning, Du Jian's army lined up for battle. They stood there all morning. By noon, they were hungry and tired. That was the moment. Li Shimin raised his sword. He shouted, "Now!" He charged first. His men followed. They crashed into the enemy like a storm. The enemy army broke apart. Soldiers ran everywhere. Li Shimin caught Du Jian alive. Then he rode back to Luoyang. He showed Du Jian to Wang Shichong. Wang Shichong gave up. The war was over. One battle, 2 enemies destroyed. This is why people say Li Shimin was one of the greatest generals in all of Chinese history. Now the Tang Dynasty was strong. China was united. But inside the palace, a dark storm was coming. Li Shimin had 2 brothers. His older brother, Li Jianqing, was the crown prince. He would become the next emperor. That was the rule. His younger brother, Li Yuanji, supported Li Jianqing. But wait, Li Shimin won all the battles. He had the best generals. He had the most power. The crown prince was scared. He thought, if Shimin becomes too powerful, he will take my throne. So the 2 brothers started to fight, secretly. Li Jianqing tried many things. He tried to poison Li Shimin. Li Shimin got very sick. He vomited blood. He tried to buy Li Shimin's generals, but the generals refused. He tried to send away Li Shimin's advisors. Li Shimin knew the truth. His brothers wanted him dead. His friends said, "You must act first, or they will kill you." Li Shimin did not want to hurt his brothers, but he had no choice. July 2nd, year 626. The sun was rising over Chang'an. Li Shimin and his men hid near the north gate of the palace. This gate was called Xuanwu Gate. His brothers would pass through this gate to see their father. Li Shimin waited. His heart was beating fast. Then, he saw them. Li Jianqing and Li Yuanji rode toward the gate. Suddenly, they saw Li Shimin's soldiers. They knew something was wrong. They turned their horses to run. Li Yuanji grabbed his bow. He tried to shoot Li Shimin, but his hands were shaking. He missed 3 times. Li Shimin did not miss. He raised his bow, 1 arrow. His brother Li Jianqing fell from his horse, dead. Then Li Shimin's general, Yu Qijing, killed Li Yuanji. The brothers' soldiers attacked the gate. The fighting was terrible. Finally, Yu Qijing showed the heads of the 2 princes. The fighting stopped. Then, Yu Qijing walked into the palace. The old emperor, Li Yuan, was sitting in a boat on a small lake. He saw the general in armor, holding a weapon. He understood. His sons were dead. Li Shimin had won. He had no choice. 3 days later, Li Shimin became crown prince. 2 months later, Li Yuan gave up the throne. Li Shimin became Emperor Taizong of Tang. The Xuanwu Gate Incident. This is what we call this event. It was bloody. It was tragic. Li Shimin killed his own brothers. He would carry this guilt forever. But now, he was the emperor. And he was about to become the greatest emperor in Chinese history. Li Shimin changed his reign name to Zhenguan. This period, from 627 to 649, is called the Reign of Zhenguan. It was a golden age. Why? Because Li Shimin learned from the past. He saw how the Sui Dynasty fell. The emperor was greedy. He didn't listen to anyone. Li Shimin decided, I will be different. First, he chose good people to help him. He didn't care where they came from, rich or poor, old friend or old enemy. If you were talented, he wanted you. Even Wei Zheng, a man who worked for his dead brother, became his closest advisor. Second, he listened to criticism. Wei Zheng was very honest, sometimes too honest. He told the emperor, "You are wrong," in front of everyone. Once, Li Shimin got so angry. He went back to his room. He told his wife, Empress Jiangsun, "I want to kill that man." But the empress smiled. She put on her formal dress. She bowed to him. She said, "Congratulations, my husband. Only a great emperor has such honest ministers." Li Shimin laughed. His anger disappeared. When Wei Zheng died, Li Shimin cried. He said, "With a bronze mirror, you can fix your clothes. With history as a mirror, you can understand rise and fall. With a person as a mirror, you can see your mistakes. Now I have lost my mirror." This is a famous quote. Chinese people still use it today. Third, he was careful with money. He did not build big palaces. He did not waste money on parties. He reduced taxes. He let farmers keep more food. The people were happy. Fourth, he made fair laws. He told his officials, "Don't punish people too hard." The new laws were clear and fair. After a few years, something amazing happened. Crime almost disappeared. People said, "You can leave your door unlocked at night. You can drop money on the road, and no one will take it." This was the reign of Zhenguan. Peace, prosperity, good government. It became a model for all future emperors. Li Shimin was great at home. But what about outside China? To the north, there was a powerful enemy, the Turks. They had fast horses. They had fierce warriors. When Li Shimin first became emperor, the Turks attacked. Their leader brought 200,000 soldiers to the Wei River, very close to Chang'an. Li Shimin had very few soldiers in the city, but he was not afraid. He rode out with just a few men. He stood on the bridge. He faced the Turkish Khan. He shouted, "You broke your promise! Why do you attack us?" The Khan was surprised. He did not expect this. He looked at Li Shimin. He saw no fear. He thought, maybe this is a trap. Maybe there are more soldiers hiding. So the Khan made peace. He went home. Li Shimin remembered this day. He felt ashamed. He promised himself, one day, I will defeat them. He waited. He trained his army. He made China stronger. 3 years later, the time came. The Turks were fighting each other. They were weak. Li Shimin sent his best general, Li Jing. Li Jing attacked in winter. The snow was deep. The Turks did not expect this. The Tang army won again and again. Finally, they captured the Turkish Khan. The great Turkish Empire was finished. After this victory, something special happened. Leaders from all over Asia came to Chang'an. They bowed to Li Shimin. They gave him a new title, Tian Qihan, the Heavenly Khan. This meant he was the leader of all peoples, not just Chinese, everyone. Chang'an became the center of the world. People came from everywhere. Persia, Arabia, Japan, Korea. They brought new ideas, new art, new music, new food. It was a time of openness, a time of exchange. This is the Tang Dynasty at its greatest, and Li Shimin made it happen. But no story is perfect. As Li Shimin got older, he changed a little. He was not as patient as before. He started building more palaces. He did not like criticism as much. And he had a big problems. Who would be the next emperor? His oldest son was the crown prince. But this son behaved badly. He even tried to start a rebellion. He was removed. Li Shimin's fourth son was very smart, but he was also tricky. In the end, Li Shimin chose his ninth son, Li Zhai. Li Zhu was kind and gentle, but he was not strong. This choice would cause problems later, but that is another story. Li Shimin also made one mistake in war. He attacked the Korean kingdom of Goguryeo. He wanted to finish what the Sui emperor had failed to do. But the war was hard. He could not win completely. He came home disappointed. In his last years, Li Shimin wanted to live forever. He took special medicine from Taoist priests, but this medicine was poison. It had heavy metals inside. It made him sick. On July 10th, year 649, Li Shimin died. He was only 52 years old. He was buried at Jialing, a great tomb near Chang'an. A great emperor was gone. So, who was Li Shimin? He was a warrior. He won battles that seemed impossible. He was a killer. He murdered his own brothers. He was a learner. He listened to criticism and improved himself. He was a builder. He created a golden age for China. He was human. He made mistakes in his later years. History is complicated. People are complicated. But one thing is clear. Li Shimin changed China forever. He showed that a good emperor must listen to his people. He showed that talent matters more than family background. He showed that even after doing terrible things, a person can still do great things. The Tang Dynasty lasted almost 300 years. It became one of the greatest empires in world history. And it all started with him. Li Shimin, Emperor Taizong of Tang, the Heavenly Khan, a name that will live forever. Okay, friends, it's time to rest now. You've traveled far tonight, back through 400 years of history. You've met emperors and generals. You've seen battles and palaces. Now, let it all go. Close your eyes. Let the old stories keep you company in your dreams. Tomorrow is a new day. But for now, just rest. Sweet dreams. See you next time.